Marvel Legacy is here. In cap, we trust. And counting down with the Doomsday Clock. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics, ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we come together to tell you about the great comics that are hitting the shelf. I am Chris.
I am Mark.
Guys, we're talking about the new stuff for May 24th, 2017. If you haven't heard of us or seen us before, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us by subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and visit our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Not a huge week this week, but we do have several things to cover and some exciting news that has come out as well.
Yeah, it was a big news week.
It was a big, way bigger than it has been in the past. We weren't scrounging for like some topics to talk about.
No doubt.
Some big stuff dropping this week. But let's go ahead and dive into some new number ones. And the new number ones this week are going to be a little bit different. We got some other things that we're mixing in as well. But we're going to go ahead and start off with some new number ones from Marvel. Mark, what's up for you, bro?
The first one is I Am Groot. I Am Groot by Christopher Hastings and Flaviano. Groot's in his own series, smaller and better than ever. I guess he gets separated from the Guardians and gets caught in a wormhole and gets knocked a few light years away from everybody.
Yeah.
Winds up on a planet with all different strange creatures and societies, and nobody understands Groot. And I guess he's going to try and work his way back to the team somehow. So he's going to have to interact with all these new characters, and they're going to have to try and, figure out language and all that, sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, and, this is by Christopher Hastings. He's the guy that's brought us Winpool.
Yeah.
So, and he may have done some of the previous Rocket and Groot stuff, I'm not sure, but look forward to some humor mixed in there as well.
I'm sure there'll be some humor.
Yeah.
I gotta think that there'll be some humor.
Exactly. So there we go, guys, with that. Guys, really that's the number one that we have for this week, but we do want to bring your attention to some things that are continuing and some things that are changing starting this week. But guys, all new Guardians of the Galaxy number 2 also ships this week. This is going to be a double shipped book, 2 books a month. So you still have the same creative team on board here of Jerry Dugan and Aaron Cooter. But guys, we can take a look at their Marvel Cosmic Adventure continuing with all new Guardians of the Galaxy number 2 this week. What's next for you, Mark?
The first of the Legacy renumbering.
Yes.
This is Venom 150.
Yes.
And it's big. It's Eddie Brock and the symbiote again, the first full issue. They've been reunited. There's still questions lingering about how the symbiote was separated from Flash Thompson in the first place. They're going to address that. They're going to have a host of characters from Venom's past. A couple of guest star artists. I guess Trad Moore is going to be doing one.
He's doing like the main story.
The main story.
Yes. Oh, man.
And you're going to have a backup, I guess, by David Michelini and Ron Lim. So some new, some old. Big celebration of Venom's 150th issue, however they got there. And it should be fun.
Yeah, totally. Legacy starts now, this week.
This is
Everybody's been clamoring for it.
Yep.
This is it.
X-Men stuff was supposedly the first going back to basics thing for them, but this is like the first official renumbering. Right.
And I'm looking for you just saw the preview pages here on the screen. Trad Moore looks like he's killing it with this issue. Yes. Guys, a little something else. It's an Image book that's been on hiatus for a while, but anybody that's fans of Jonathan Hickman, he's had a book out. He got the first 3 issues out, and then there was this big hiatus. But we have Dying in the Dead number 4 continues. The series continues this week. Number 4 drops this week. So if anybody out there, I know I've been looking forward to it. I have really enjoyed the first 3 issues. Number 4 continues the story this week with the same artist, Ryan Bodenheim. We get that, and that is continuing this week. Kind of like we had Copperhead in the past. There was a hiatus between that because of different creators coming on board. But now we have Dying in the Dead. Jonathan Hickman's got his stuff together. They've got it all together. We get more of that. So guys, for all you fans of that, it restarts. It comes back again this week. Let's dive into some storylines that we have for this week. From Marvel primarily, I think Marvel completely, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think so.
The Button storyline's done.
It's done. It's
we got
leading
more.
into something else, and what we're going to get into a little bit later. But.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and start off with some Marvel tie-ins that are starting this week with Captain America Steve Rogers number 17. It's another Secret Empire tie-in, and simply put, in Cap, we trust. Who else do you need to trust in? Who else?
There's nobody else.
There's nobody else to trust.
Always
in.
Cap.
Nobody. Always and forever Cap. What else do we got, Mark?
We got Secret Warriors number 2 dropping very quickly. Just a couple of weeks ago, it was the number 1 was out. This is another Secret War tie-in. When Karnak reveals what he believes to be S.H.I.E.L.D.'s true motivation for imprisoning the Inhumans, Quake finds a new sense of direction for their mission. But not everyone on the team agrees. Of course not. What would a team book be if everybody agreed?
Right, exactly.
It would be boring, right?
Exactly.
Because you'd get stuff done.
Totally
Nobody wants a comic where they get stuff done. They want infighting and all that, shenanigans.
And I think Karnak's the only guy on the team.
He is. And it's, yeah. Yeah,
I had to throw that in. I'm just teasing.
It's a lot of, and it's a lot of young girls too. I mean, Quake's not very, and then you got Miss Marvel and Moon Girl and all that. So he's kind of like having to be the daddy.
Exactly.
Maybe, I don't know.
We'll see.
But as tensions rise between Miss Marvel and Quake, can Quake steady the rocky relationship with her Secret Warriors before S.H.I.E.L.D. finds what they're looking for?
Yep. There we go. So there we go. Even more Inhuman stuff going on. Yeah. S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff going on. And then maybe a resistance, an uprising,
maybe
within it all, led by Quake. So there we go, guys. Guys, one that I've been looking forward to. I'm looking forward to just the sheer bombastic fun of this. And we have it starting this week with Totally Awesome Hulk number 19. It is the Weapons of Mutant Destruction prelude issue here, leading into what's going to be Weapons of Mutant Destruction storyline, which is going to have an alpha issue to kick it off with, and then continue in both Weapon X and Totally Awesome Hulk. This is where the stories will continue over into. But this week, Totally Awesome Hulk, hunted by Weapon X. The war against mutant kind never ended, and now the weapons just got more lethal. The mysterious director of the Weapon X program is behind the creation of these new soldiers that have been hunting down the members of Weapon X and have even taken out Sabretooth and Old Man Logan. And now their newest target is none other than Amadeus Cho, the Totally Awesome Hulk. And he has to team up with hunters and killers to survive. So this issue, we're also going to have Old Man Logan, Sabretooth, Domino, Warpath, and Lady Deathstrike. And this is going to lead into the rest of the Weapons of Mutant Destruction storyline that is going on. So yes, I am, yes. There it gets to 3. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have fun with that. What's next for you, bro?
A couple of X titles still that have just started. The Resurrection stuff that's going on now, still continuing strong. This week we got Jean Grey number 2, still trying to escape, the legacy of her predecessor, while maintaining her own or forging her own identity in the Marvel universe and all that. Yeah. And then, the sister. I guess that would be the sister book to XMen Blue because she's in the XMen Blue team. Which is a great book. I really like that book. We have Snicked.
X-Men Blue number 4, right?
They're going to get a Wolverine, maybe.
Yeah.
Which one? They've already revealed online, but I won't say, just in case nobody's read about it.
Exactly.
It's a Wolverine though.
It is a honest to goodness Wolverine.
It's a legit Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and God, I love these Arthur Adam covers that he's doing for X-Men Blue. They're just amazing. Yeah, I can't get enough of them. I could, if he drew the interior. Oh man.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That is the dream. That is honestly is the dream. We used to have it fulfilled on a semi-regular basis, but now it's just covers.
Yeah, it's just covers.
So, guys, those are the number ones. New issues, legacy renumbering, continuing series storylines that we're covering this week. Yeah. Let's dive into some news topics. Like we mentioned before, the DC's The Button storyline is over with, but big announcement this week from Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns and Gary Frank are teaming up to do the Doomsday Clock storyline. It's going to pit Superman versus Dr. Manhattan. It's going to be a 4-part standalone series.
Bringing the Watchmen full bore
into the DCU. This takes a look at, this is going to bring the Rebirth Special number 1 and the Button story from Batman 21 and 22 and Flash 21 and 22 full circle.
Yeah.
Bringing it all together here. The Watchmen colliding with the DC universe. It's going to be a standalone. There's not going to be any crossovers or one-shots attached to this.
So far.
So far. Exactly. It's supposed to be a 4-issue standalone series. Tons of heroes are going to be in here, but a lot of focus is going to be on Superman and Dr. Manhattan as these universes collide, come full circle, merge, all the above.
Yeah.
This is
big, man.
It's big.
Huge. It's huge.
It really is.
It is.
It really is.
Very, very
so let's
big.
not belabor that point anymore, guys. That is coming later this year.
We'll have more, as news comes out about it. We'll keep you informed.
Exactly. Also, guys, for everybody that is interested or semi-interested or has been enjoying Secret Empire gets an extra issue. It will conclude with a 10th issue in August. Executive editor Tom Brevoort said on Marvel.com that moving into the finale with issue number 10, the heroes across the Marvel Universe will be pushed to the breaking point as we race to the exhilarating climax we've been planning for months. And he says this specifically, let me say again, we're not going to use the cosmic cube to simply reverse everything away. The stakes matter, maybe more than they ever have before. And they've even put out, here's the issue for the cover for the 10th issue right here on screen that you'll see.
This scares me to death. I hate when they add extra issues.
Yeah, I know.
Because to me, that says this ain't the original ending we had in mind, and we had to change it and put in an extra issue. That's why it makes me nervous. I want this story to keep being as good as it is now.
Yeah.
But this legitimately makes me nervous because they did the same thing with Civil War 2.
Let me ask you this. Which makes you more nervous? A 10th issue to the series or the reveal at the end of issue number 2?
Well, I have my own ideas, and actually me and Perry were talking about that in the comments, in the YouTube comments and all that. I have my own theory about that. It may get shattered the next issue, but,
right.
But it's what I'm going for right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Read Secret Empire number 2.
In case you haven't read it yet, but the last couple of pages have a huge reveal.
Yes.
What it means, we don't really know yet exactly, but something's cooking.
I agree with you. It's like when you do something like that, when you add a 10th issue, and apparently it's going to be an integral 10th issue.
Yeah.
Then what was the original story ending?
Right.
What was going on there?
I mean, you had this thing planned out for 9 issues, and all of a sudden you throw a 10th issue out there, and that tells me that something happened, something changed.
Yes. Are we adjusting to Backlash? Are we?
I think they're doing some stuff on the fly right now.
Right.
And I think maybe it has to do with the legacy generation stuff and all that. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know for sure. That's
I can
just
see that.
my thought, and I think they're trying to kind of tie everything together, maybe.
Okay.
And they needed an extra issue to do it. And if it turns out well, that's great. That's great. If it's prolonging stuff just to throw another issue out there to make a few more bucks, then
right. Then
I can't get on board with that.
No, definitely.
Even though I have a stupid thing.
I was still checking it out, and at that point you're a sucker. I mean, you got to read the last issue.
I would have all 9 of them. So it's like, why wouldn't I? Pay attention?
So guys, there we go. Some more Secret Empire news from Marvel Comics. It's going to be an integral 10th issue. They're not just going to wish it all away with the Cosmic Cube.
That I like.
I do like that idea, but now I'm clutching at straws to okay, well how? But we'll find out. We'll find out with the conclusion of Secret Empire. Guys, another big news for any of you Jack Kirby fans. DC is going to pay tribute to Jack Kirby's 100th birthday with 6 one-shots that are coming later this year, if I'm not mistaken, in August. It is in August. So they got these six one-shots are going to be based around different characters, including Mr. Miracle, the Black Racer, the Newsboy Legion, Darkseid, Orion, and Manhunter.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for these things.
The preview images that you see here on screen look really nice.
Shame on you, Marvel. DC is doing so much stuff for Kirby's 100th birthday. Man, the Marvel's they're releasing like a recolored old cover like once every couple of months for a variant, a $10 variant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware of that, to be honest with you.
They're not doing Jack for Jack.
Jack for Jack. So we know that they're doing these one shots. We don't know who the creative teams are going to be behind these right now.
Not yet.
So they're obviously there's going to be different writers and stuff involved.
And I'm assuming this Mr. Miracle is going to be outside of the Tom King.
Yeah.
One that's coming later in the year.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Oh man.
And there's been lots of good buzz about the recent issue of Batman 23 with Batman and Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
By the same creative team.
Yeah. And I need to read that.
I got to read it too. I'm a little bit behind. But guys, those are the news items for this week. Doomsday Clock is counting down. We got another issue for Secret Empire and huge tribute from DC for Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. Or what would have been his 100th birthday. Yeah, so guys,
good stuff.
Before we belabor or really go off the rails here, that leads us to our question of the week. And we've already kind of touched on it earlier in this episode, but simply put, let's have the question of the week and dive into it. How do you feel about the Watchmen being incorporated into the main DC universe? How do you feel about Watchmen being incorporated as part of it all? This is a huge undertaking.
It is.
This is for them to do this is so huge.
It's very big and it's very. I mean, they have to. They were very, very careful with all this, planning it out and in the way they're going to incorporate this, and because that's like one of those things. The Watchmen is like a sacred comic thing, and to bring it into your regular unit, it is huge. It's huge. It's probably the biggest thing they've done in a long time, at least, if not like ever. It's certainly one of the biggest things they've ever done. I trust Jeff Johns. He very, very, very seldom lets me down.
Yeah.
Anything he does. And he's been orchestrating this Rebirth thing from the start.
Right.
And I don't care about all the inner office politics they have there and who likes who and who doesn't like who at DC or whatever, but the Rebirth, the one shot was awesome. I loved that one shot.
Yeah.
It got me excited about Rebirth and all that and what was coming up. And I trust him. I think he's going to do a bang up job with it. Gary Frank, I'm really
looking forward to that. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know, man. You're right. I think Watchmen has been like, I don't know. I'm nervous about this.
I'll say this: when the Rebirth one shot came out, and Marvel, Tom Brevoort had a couple of quotes about it. He said it was the most DC book that DC's put out in a while, and that they asked him about bringing the Watchmen into the DCU because there were obviously hints about it in that book, and he said, well, and if it was a Marvel property, we would have done it a long time ago. So,
right.
Eventually it was going to have to happen, right. I think. It sounds like a very cool way to do it, and I'm a little bit, but not really. I trust Jeff Johns. I think it's going to be awesome. And Superman versus Dr. Manhattan,
is there a competition there? I'm not sure if there is.
Yeah, Superman may have to have a little bit of help.
A little help from his friends.
A little bit of help.
So what Mark is saying is not in Cap we trust, but in Jeff Johns we trust.
As far as DC goes, yeah.
Goes.
Yeah. As far as DC goes, yeah.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. You're right. Watchmen has been so up there, so sacrosanct, or so just untouchable. I don't ever. Do you think it might? Do you think it might diminish the value of the Watchmen?
No. Well, if it's done right, I think it will add to the value of the Watchmen.
Okay.
Because it will. It will put Dr. Manhattan in the light of, holy cow, he did all this.
That's a good point. Very good point.
So it has the potential to heighten them even more. But if it's bad.
That's my concern. It's like
bad.
How do you
get ready for another Alan Moore rant?
Oh, one more?
One more.
I don't know. I'm nervous about it. Honestly, man, it's going to have to be done so well. I'm going to give Jeff Johns the benefit of the doubt, and I'm totally for it. I'm totally for checking it out, but it's
exciting, man. It's exciting because it's so big.
It is. It's huge. It's huge news. So, guys, look, tell us in the comments below. What do you think of the Watchmen being incorporated into the main DC universe? Good idea? Bad idea? Do it. Don't do it. Do you trust Jeff Johns? Do you not trust Jeff Johns? This is big. This is huge.
Oh, that's going to be buzzing for a while, especially as they start, putting out a little bit more tidbits about it and all that, during the summer cons and all that.
Right.
We'll probably get a little bit more news and a little bit more tidbits. And yeah, it's big.
Big. Very big. Oh,
I can't wait. I mean,
yes.
I'm looking. I want that number 1 right in my hand.
I can't wait to see some more Gary Frank stuff. I love Gary Frank as an artist too. So, I mean, we got 2 master storytellers on board here as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So, honestly, the odds are in his favor as of this point in time.
I think so.
Yeah. So, guys, tell us in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about your thoughts concerning DC incorporating the Watchmen into their main universe. Let's talk about that. And that's really it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit it already. Share this video with somebody that loves comics, because we love talking comics and we love to have them be a part of the conversation. Anything else to add, sir?
No.
Awesome blossom. So, guys, you may see a little bit of difference with the video and stuff. The audio may be a little different. We're working on doing some studio changes, setup changes. So give us a couple of weeks to iron that out. We'll work on it, I promise you. But we need to make some changes here in the shop. Nothing bad's going on. It's just making things easier for everybody, to be honest with you.
A little bit of a new look in the background, probably.
Yeah, exactly. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Exactly. So, guys, don't forget these new number 1s, the new stuff. The Marvel Legacy is hitting this week. Got awesome news, and answer our question of the week down below. Let's have a discussion about it. Myself and Mark will join you down there below.
Absolutely.
And have tons of fun talking about all things comics.
Love the discussions.
Exactly. So, guys, that's it for this week. So until next time, take care, read some great comics, leave us some fantastic comments, and we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.